did you go from nothing to all this? I started with absolutely no money whatsoever. I didn't have the price of a chip butter. I left school at 16 years old, no qualifications whatsoever. The teachers thought I was going to be a bum or a loser, or both. But today, I'm building my own bank. How do you go from builder's labourer to building a bank? I'm going to tell you all about it, and I'm going to tell you for free. It's not going to cost you a penny. I want you to learn everything you can. Wealthy people, successful people, they end up climbing up a ladder, and then they hide from everybody. They don't want to tell anybody anything. They climb up a tree and pull the ladder up. Well, I'm not like that. I've got everything I need, so I want you to learn how to do it yourself. But to get there, you've got to understand where I started. So here we go. Left school, 16 years old, no qualifications whatsoever, absolutely useless, on a building site, up and down ladders, bucket of cement in each hand. And I was pebble dashing, it was cold, it was wet, it was terrible, and I run £27.50 a week, which was the YTS back then, the youth training scheme in the 80s. Just over a £5 a day. I was always hungry as a kid, and I remember being inside a chip shop on Allen Road. I went in, and the chip butty were 37p. It were on the price there. And I asked the lady to make me one, and she's cooking the chips, and she's buttering the tea cake. And I put my hand in my pocket, and I didn't have 37p. I only had 34p, which were about 3p short of my bad Burnley maths. And the thing is, I thought to myself, she's cooked it now, she's put the salt and vinegar on. I'll just say to her, I'm ever so sorry, I'm a few pence short, could you take a few chips off the top? Thinking, do you know what? She's not going to actually take the chips off the top. Nobody's that mean, are they? You know. Anyway, I told her, and she said, that's no problem, and she got a handful of chips off the top and threw them in the bin. And I thought, I just do not want to be poor. I don't want to not be able to buy a chip butty. So I thought, I need to do something. I need to do something special. I loved cars. But I couldn't afford to put a gallon of petrol in a car. So how do you get into a business with no money whatsoever? How do you buy a car with nothing? This is how I did it. I went round all the car garages in the area, and I said to them, have you got any part exchanges? Have you got an old car in the back that you've took in part exchange that I can take away, I can clean up, I can sell and bring you the arranged fee back? I went round them all and I found one. There was a garage there, and he was called Brian. He said to me, Dave, you can take that old car there. Return me 70 quid for it, and you can take it. Remember, this is back in the 80s. So, I took it away, I cleaned it up, I advertised it in the local paper, I advertised it for 100 quid, I ended up getting 97 quid for it. £27 profit. Fantastic. Week's wages back then. So I was straight up to Brian's house, I give him the 70 quid, I got to keep the 27. I said, can I do it again? Of course you can. I learned a very valuable lesson. If you be right with people and you keep paying them, they'll let you carry on doing it. So that's how it all started. That's how I got the first car for free. That's how I got going. And it went from 1 car to 2 cars to 3 cars. And in part 3, I'm going to tell you what happens next.